What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. I am your host, as always, Shosong. Missing you guys last week, but I had some craziness I had to go take care of. Thank you guys, though, for joining us. Let me go ahead and introduce some fantastic co-hosts that I have this week, starting with our very first appearance of Morphod. Morphod?
Howdy, how you doing, guys?
Yeah.
Somebody dragged me in. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing here, but we're here to entertain.
Did I get your name right the first time?
You did, absolutely.
Fucking
I'm
A.
impressed.
Yes.
You can just call me Morph for short. It works.
I really just want to call you Zod, and then just, all bow before Zod.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with Zod. I'm okay with Morph. Some people call me Vod. Some people call me that son of a bitch, jackass idiot. But yeah, we're fine with that.
That's cool. So are we. Then, of course, we have Mr. Pantherian.
That's me.
Hell yeah. All right. Finally, the guy with the weirdest headphones I've ever seen, Mr. Vegito.
How are they weird?
They're fucking weird, dude. They're like misshapen, and they don't fit to your head right, so it throws everything else off. Plus, with your weird little Amish beard thing you got going, it's just...
have a weird...
Okay, now you're just insulting me being a dick.
I can't do it, man.
It's a chin strap.
You are this small on my screen, okay? And I can see those bright white fucking headphones.
See?
Wait, hold on.
13-inch screen.
Whoa. Nothing about Veg is ever small, okay?
And for the record, we have had this guy on the show for less than 5 minutes, and he just jumps right on the train.
I'm not jumping on the train of this guy being a land whale, but if we're gonna go in that direction,
Yes.
I'm trying to be creative.
Good. I like creative.
Motherfuckers, I will burn this ship and take all of you with me. I don't want to hear this.
It's already sinking. I mean, it's the least you
It's
can
been sinking
Okay.
a long time.
Okay, yeah.
This is episode number 102. That's how long it's been sinking. Actually, hold on. Show. This is actually episode 50.
Yes, it is 50. It is 50.
102.
Which is weird because we just did episode 100 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. It's weird how that works.
Didn't realize how many liquor bottles I had under the desk.
Hey, I'm with you, dude. Trust me, I've got plenty. Finally, we have Mr. Ron Clay. Welcome.
Apparently, I am not an illustrious co-host.
Not an illustrious co-host because you're dragging other people in, but we like this guy. So
Far.
we're gonna. Trust me, you can't derail us
Until he turns his hate on you.
All right, so let's go ahead and kick things off with my favorite part of the show, you guys. Yes, it's news! Ah, hallelujah. Love my news. Especially because Warner Brothers finally admitted that they fucked some shit up royally. And I'm so happy to hear that because they've been fucking things up since they canceled Animaniacs. Fuck you, WB. That's
Totally
all I'm
the
saying.
worst.
I love Animaniacs, and they canceled it. How do you think I remember all the presidents? They did a song about it.
How do you think I remember all the countries? I've done that on the podcast
Yeah,
before.
he's done that on the podcast.
How do you think I remember what's in a candy bar?
See?
Just
Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
anyway.
they did do one.
Yeah, they did.
Official barley amount, lots of sugar, aspartame. Pretty much. It's genius work.
It really was. So, here's what's going on, you guys. Warner Brothers decided that they are going to drop support for Mortal Kombat 10 on the PC. Specifically, mainly because they fucked up everything with Injustice. And let's be real, that game was a train wreck at launch. But
Why are they going to drop the support? Like,
All the DLC after now is going to be non-PC.
right. But they don't have the same player base that they do on the consoles.
Shouldn't matter.
The fighting gamers all play on console.
aren't
That's just how
they
it is.
still the same assholes who fucked up Arkham, the new one?
Well,
yeah, that one.
Arkham Knight.
yes,
Yeah.
but that was
Knight.
Rocksteady who actually did that. WB was just like the producer or whatever.
Well, their name's still on it, so...
Well, yeah, it's Batman. WB owns the shit out of Batman. So, anyway, yeah, I thought that was interesting. Now, something very near and dear to my heart, and I got to get this because I'm not prepared.
Uh-oh.
But
You know it's bad when
my
shows
loot
lose
crate
cheese.
came in,
Ooh.
and this was a fantastic loot crate, you guys. And this does lead into my news, so just bear with me. Do you guys have any idea?
Oh,
I do, but I'm not gonna ruin
Yeah.
it.
I should know this.
You guys, X-Files starts on
Yes.
Sunday.
That's right.
Yeah, they sent me an X-Files shirt. I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so I'm like ecstatic. I've already seen all the trailers on Fox, and ooh, Scully, man, I'm still all about it. She's like, what, twice my age? I don't care. I just saying. Why do I gotta be the only X-Files now?
What would Harley Quinn say?
Oh God, don't do that to me.
I'm sorry, come back.
Yeah, you gotta look her in the face. That's right behind you.
Right, I got Harley here, and then of
doesn't
course
look
I
at
got
Harley
Harley
Quinn's
on the
face.
other wall here.
He doesn't look at Harley Quinn's face.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, the only
Not
reason
her,
you
no, not her face.
So speaking of the comic book stuff, though, Dan, you found something about one of the biggest movies I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, Deadpool is getting good early reviews. So there was it kind of as an aside to that, there was somebody who started like a Change.org petition to have Deadpool have a PG-13 release,
No.
and the Deadpool the official Deadpool account on Twitter was like, no, fuck you, no, you're a horrible parent, and your children should not see this movie. Go fuck yourself.
Nice.
Thank God.
Well, it's the Deadpool thing to do.
It is. It
There's no
totally
other
is.
response.
No. That's
So it's
awesome.
supposedly very good, which is good because it's like it could have been really bad.
Yeah, no,
supposed to be good.
definitely. I was very happy to hear it's rated R. If you guys haven't seen it, though, go Google, was it Deadpool Love movie poster? And it's this weird, like, notebook-looking movie poster of him and his girlfriend or whatever.
girlfriend to go see Deadpool on Valentine's Day because of this.
Yeah, I showed it to my wife to maybe try to trick her. Let's see if it works. We'll see.
They married you?
Yeah, I know, dude. It's fucking
Holy
weird.
shit!
Yeah,
Get-
someone
get
married
this.
me
It's gonna be a
too.
trip.
Get this, like 7 years, dude. I mean, we've been together forever, so.
How much did she cost? Come from Russia, that is.
Dude, I picked her up in Idaho. Okay.
So
There's
good.
what it
Oh,
looks
so
There's the
second
poster.
goods.
Love
there you
the
go.
Guys. There
Yeah.
it is.
like. It looks like the notebook.
Which, by the way, Morena Baccarin is
Is
out of
amazing.
Firefly.
Yes, and she was also on.
She's
what
been
was
in
it
a
called?
lot.
Stargate. She was in Stargate.
Oh yeah, she was, wasn't she?
She was like a evil goddess chick.
Yeah, she does a lot of that sci-fi stuff, which is weird because I heard she said she hates going to the cons. You know. So whatever. What's this last one? Homeworld. I don't do RTS. Who put that one up? Was that one Dan? Dan, you're muting. There you are.
Yeah, so if you've played Homeworld, which is a great space RTS in 3 dimensions, they now have the Deserts of Karak, and it's just like a regular RTS, and it's getting really good reviews. So if you are into RTSs and you're bored with StarCraft or whatever, then check that one out.
Wait, you can be bored with StarCraft? I didn't think
I
that
don't
was a
know.
thing. I mean, fuck, like what? 90% of Korea's economy revolves around StarCraft. It's fucking insane. Interesting. So, to answer you guys over in chat, so yeah, my stream is being a little weird. My internet's being really ridiculous. Not entirely
Glad
sure
we
why.
fixed the audio problems before he actually got on here.
I did. In fact, I have some interesting audio surprises for you guys next week.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Fu, Homeworld is awesome.
Oh, is that a new mic?
It is a new mic. This isn't the USB mic like I was using. This is a straight up XLR. I forget the company. It doesn't matter. But these guys are
there's
pretty awesome.
something on your mic stand.
Where?
It's
Right
invading
in
your
front of you.
stand.
It's right there. It's purple and blue.
Oh God, where'd that? No, yeah, dude, Space Invaders.
Oh dear God, it's a bomb.
Right? No, Loot Crate. No, I had to zip tie him on. He's got to be a part of
That's
the.
pretty cool, though.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. It's a weird little multicolor thing. Veg immediately brought up Pixels, which is how I knew he's a fucking millennial. Never played Space Invaders a day.
Yes, I have. Shut your dirty hole.
It's okay. It's okay. Just
trying to be
admit you suck at
relevant.
life.
Jackass.
It's
Just admit you suck
never
at
relevant.
Pixels was a bad movie.
That's
I
what I
never saw
said.
it.
It was a bad movie, and whoever made it should feel bad, which is Adam
Shouldn't
Sandler.
talk
He should
about
feel bad.
movies.
Look, Pixels made Mario Brothers look like a goddamn Golden Globe winner.
No,
okay,
no,
well,
it didn't.
for the
Rocky Horror
record,
Picture
as
Show
good
made
as
that
Mario
one.
Brothers was,
Award winner.
I think Mario Brothers is underrated. That's all.
I
I'm
do
saying.
too.
You
But
need to,
You guys are terrible.
you need
I-
to
it was-
smack the
well,
Hold on,
shit
more
out
time.
of
really
What
it.
do you think about
underrated.
The
Mario
pornos were
First-
better.
Hold on. We need to
First of all-
ask. Hold on. We need to ask the new guy.
What's the
The
question?
FSG.
Mario Brothers, was it a good movie or not?
It was a fucking terrible movie, and that's why it was awesome.
that's why it was awesome.
Okay, first of all,
I mean,
John,
like, did the
I don't
two
know
lead
if it's
actors like get drunk because of how terrible the movie was? while they
Of
were in
course.
it?
But-
I would
John
too.
Leguizamo and Baba Hoskins.
that's what I'm saying. And for the record, John Leguizamo can do no wrong. So
Yeah.
But he did
I mean-
Mario Brothers. How's that work?
because he was also the killer clown in Spawn, so it's all good. Yeah, think about it. He was that fat little bastard.
Yeah.
It was a great
Um,
movie.
And one thing that you kind of skipped over also that I put on here is I saw today that they're talking about having a Labyrinth reboot,
Oh,
which
this is good.
Too soon.
yeah, I
Is
think
it?
they were talking about it before Bowie died, but and they're also talking about it could be a sequel.
See, and that's just it. I don't think it's because Bowie died that they would do this. I'm surprised they haven't done it sooner.
You know, it was already in the plans, but it's come out that now that they were definitely moving on with it.
Yeah, let them do it. I wouldn't say too soon. I mean, I love David Bowie. Like, he had some great music, but nah, not too soon. Anyway, that's about all I got. Do you guys have anything else?
Show? Did you see the new Suicide Squad trailer?
Yes. Yes. Oh, God. Harley Quinn. Mm.
I like that she was invented for the animated series and then became like retconned into the comics.
Oh, yeah. They kind of forced her in there, but that's okay. It's all good. Honestly, I think she's one of the better characters because her whole thing is she's always been conflicted with the craziness that the Joker always had. You know, she's like in love with the Joker, but at the same time, she thinks some of that's really crazy. I enjoy that kind of two-sided thing, but no, I'm looking forward to this. I think Margot Robbie was a perfect choice. Plus, you know, she's smoking hot too. So, yeah, here's to
I do
you,
have
Harley.
one last news-related thing.
Yeah, what do you got?
How
Let me
about
guess.
the
Wait.
Atari Vault?
Descent.
No, Atari Vault.
Oh, Atari. Wait, what?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're bringing a Atari Vault. It's going to be a 100-game collection, I guess, of Atari games coming to PC. It's going to have online and local multiplayer, leaderboards, upgraded user interface, Steam support. It's pretty badass. They've announced 5 games for it, including Asteroids, Centipede, Missile Command, Tempest, and Warlords. How many people remember Warlords?
I know of it. I can't honestly tell you that I've ever played it.
Warlords would be an awesome multiplayer game online. I look forward to seeing that. I think
I
Yeah.
want this to be a tie-in with Ready Player One.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I don't know. I tried going after that whole Donkey Kong thing after seeing the King of Kong, and yeah, I'm terrible at fucking Donkey Kong. So
You're
Yeah.
terrible at fucking Donkey Kong? A lot of people are terrible at fucking Donkey Kong.
glad
just-
it's
it's
not
really
just
hard.
me.
Coles is really good at it.
Coles is
He is.
extremely
He's
good
very
at it.
Turns out you need a little bit of lube, and you gotta kind of.
That's what's in the barrels.
Oh, is that why? I
That's
was
what's in the
jumping
barrels.
over.
This turned far worse than that.
Well, no, you understand that's the threat. He's throwing the barrels down while you're trying to go up and rescue the princess. That's all the lube he's not going to use on the princess if you don't get up first.
Well said. Thank you.
You're the one who brought him in, Ron.
I love this. This is great.
I can't tell whether you are happy or you are regretting this, Ron. I do know
It's a little bit of
what my
both.
goal is by the end of the show.
It's going as well as I expected. Let's put it
Right.
that way.
All right, so that's it for news, you guys. I know I'm sad. My favorite part's dead. But does anybody else have anything they want to throw out? This is fucking miscellaneous. Just throw shit at the wall. Let's see if it sticks.
When's the
Nope.
rain stop?
Rain? Rain?
For whoever lives in the Northeast, I feel horrible for you.
Okay.
Stop the rain. Sorry.
Well done. No, fuck you guys, because I'm still stuck in feet of snow. I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
but
it.
you're in North Dakota. You're supposed to be in feet.
Yeah,
Still
exactly.
You're supposed to be.
Want to be here.
Well, you're still there, so too bad.
Oh, did you guys see the picture that Brock's posted to Facebook?
No, which one?
The
The
one
ice.
where he rolls down his window and the sheet of ice is still outside.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. That
Oh,
was
that
pretty
was-
cool.
That's
I've
like a
never seen
perfect opportunity to headbutt your way through the window, right?
that. Yeah,
Yes.
no, totally.
Yes.
He knows,
Outside.
he knows
through your
rocks,
window.
apparently.
Yes.
So no, it's interesting, but no. Speaking of Brock, so I do kind of want to give a shout out. We just found out that he just lost his mom. So we're definitely very sorry to hear about that, man. Wish you the best, which is why he's not here tonight. So here's to your
So-
mom.
Condolences from Six Gaming Podcast, and hopefully we'll see you back soon.
So wait, did you just pop pain pills with that?
Don't
What
worry
are you-
about that.
What are you, Dr. fucking House?
He is definitely not as smart as House.
Well, hold on. There are different measures of intelligence. All right.
Yours is at the
Definitely.
bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, there's also different measures of ineptitude.
Exactly. That's exactly why I'm a computer guy. How many computer guys do you know that don't have like some measure of Asperger's or something? That's just how we work. We all have to have a quirk.
There's
Goddamn.
mentally challenged, and then there's you.
Hey, someone's got to be the special one to
Oh,
kind of host this
yeah.
train wreck every week.
When's your next diary coming out?
Sunday, actually, tomorrow. I'll be putting that together. I actually have a lot to rage about and a lot to teach about. So, yeah, this one will be an interesting one. Let me just put it that way. It's going to be an angry one. Go figure. Me angry.
Shosan, angry?
I know, right? Like I've
Hey.
ever broken a controller.
So,
This
side note.
douchebag came on the show, and he just completely ripped me a new asshole.
Pretty much. Pretty much. What were
He
you
needs to
saying?
eat coals. So
Yeah, right.
for podcasts, are we not on Podbean or whatever anymore?
Not right now, no.
Let's talk about that later.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're reworking some stuff.
Yeah,
so-
I gotta wrap my head around a pod bean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bean pod.
You're right.
Except
Yeah.
it's pop.
Self-explanatory, really.
No. The legumes disagree with this. This is very upsetting.
It's very gassy.
Right. All right, you guys. So let's move on to my favorite part of the show. If you're keeping track, you know that this is my favorite part of the show, of course.
Part 3. Part
Every-
2.
Let's
What's your favorite
go to Hey Podcasters, what you playing? So every week I want to find out what the fuck you other losers are doing because I know I'm not the only one wasting my life behind video games. So the new guy, Morphod.
Yes.
Dude, you gotta go first. You're the FNG.
Oh, well. Aside from Descent, which most people know, I'm here because I'm attached to Ronckley.
Don't ever suggest that again.
Yeah,
right.
right? That's a little
At
weird.
which point are you attached?
Okay. I was dragged in here by Ronckley, at which point he had managed to sever the umbilical cord. Anyhow, I have been playing a bit of Factorio. Are you folks familiar?
Sounds interesting.
Factorio.
Yeah, I
It's,
haven't heard of it.
Basically, you build a factory. It's in what they call alpha, but is actually quite playable. I would almost call it a beta. But at Factorio.com, it's a factory simulator. You are landed on a planet, and you have just some basic iron ore to work with. Like you have a pickaxe and stuff, and you have to build up your entire tech by yourself as one like super cybernetic human, whatever. You just one point is one character to build a rocket and get the hell off this rock, and the native flora and fauna is working against you. So I've been part of that for working on. Sorry, I bought into the alpha about late last year, about September, and the improvements that they've made since then have been pretty remarkable. Having a lot of fun with it, but it is, while it's not graphics intensive, it is CPU intensive once you get to the gigantic scale, and My Little Potato's having a little bit of trouble with that. So, but lots of fun.
What's it called?
Factorio, the bootstrapping crafting game. They could factories combined with Minecraft, but top-down, two-dimensional.
Yeah, that sounds really actually pretty interesting.
It's kind of more like Dwarf Fortress, actually, but you only have one person to control rather than a bunch of mindless dots.
Sure.
It's interesting because they give sales figures on their page. They've been around since the spring of 2012, and over 109,000 people have bought their game. That means that this game has brought in $1.7 million at least, because there are higher level packages.
Damn.
This is interesting. I have to wonder how many people are on the team, if that's a profit or
I
if they're
think they're
breaking even.
Like, 7 to 12 people or so. They're all based in the Czech Republic,
Oh, okay.
if I recall correctly. And I mean, it has a very robust community, certainly.
Awesome.
It really gets for people who are simulator fans. It's a dream come true. So
Very cool.
Yeah, still one of the most disappointing games I still own is Cube World.
Oh, that game had so much potential,
Yeah, and then
and then
3
they
years
just stopped
later,
making it.
yeah, they stopped updating it for no reason.
Every once in a while, I'll open that game with the hopes that, hey, there's an update now.
Yeah, that's what I keep doing. I was like, hey, is it? Oh no, there's not.
No, completely unfamiliar. Sorry.
same.
All right. Well, hey,
that's-
Penn, what the hell have you been doing?
Was Zod finished?
Yeah, I would say that was a cold question. I answered as best I could.
Okay.
Well, and
Um,
we're talking about a guy with a logger in his hand, so I mean, it's all
alright.
good at this point.
Show knows how it means to be a guy with a lager in his hand.
He likes the loggers. I'm more of an IPA guy. You know, it's not quite as.
That's not what he's
homoerotic.
talking about.
No, I know it's not quite
Let
as
me check it out.
homoerotic. So.
Okay.
But I chug it just the same. That's moving on. Penn.
More Diablo, because season 5.
Damn right, season 5.
I want to get. I got a Crusader, which has been really crappy in other seasons, but he's all right this season. And if I can roll a bunch of my legendaries into ancients, then I'm gonna be super duper awesome. So that's just gonna take some time.
But if RNGesus fucks with you,
Yeah.
you're screwed.
Art Jesus has been kind to me, so
In RNGesus
Praise
we
be.
pray.
praise be. Also playing Nihil Umbra.
I've heard
Or
about it.
Nihil Umbra, maybe. Nihilumbra. It's
I don't know. We're American. We mispronounce shit all the time. It's acceptable.
American.
Exactly.
It's,
The only thing you pronounce correct is bacon.
Yeah, that's really.
That's right. That's about all we say, too.
yeah, bacon. Malkovich.
Nice reference. I like it.
So it's it might be just be in iOS, but I imagine it's probably on Steam and stuff. But it's a platformer, and it's kind of what I got the roundtable question from. The gameplay is not like super interesting. It's like a puzzle platformer. You can get different colors, and the colors let you do things like bounce higher, or it's like ice, so you can slide across the ground and stuff. But it's kind of like one of those hand-drawn looking games. It just looks really nice, and it's just pretty relaxing to play. And there's like a voiceover with some text and stuff.
Interesting.
But it's interesting, and it was. I think I got it for free. So it was.
Oh, so that's why you're playing it. I was going to ask if you bought it or if you got it somewhere.
No, I think I got it like Apps Gone Free is a iOS app that tells you what other apps are free at the time.
Because
I used to have that app.
If you were buying games, we'd have to have an intervention.
Yeah, no, I haven't bought any games.
Okay.
I'm just continuing to play the games that I have already.
There was a promise made, so.
I have not bought a game. I've
He's
not
trying to
bought,
get around it.
I have lots of games that I can play. I will not be writing this book for years if I actually. I'd like to do it though, but I keep getting distracted. And Diablo is definitely taking my time right now. But it's fun. It's It's fun.
It's a good game to do that.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Nope, that's it.
Oh, okay. Well,
just those two.
Just like you, I've been playing a lot of Diablo. Ron Clay put it out that he was starting, day one. As soon as the patch was released, we're gonna power run this. So I jumped on, had him carry me all the way through. Which is, hey, I'll admit it. He fucking carries me every time I'm on. Actually, all of you
I
guys
don't know.
carry
When
me.
we were leveling up, it's like the four of us each had our moments where we were OP. Yours was when you got Disintegrate. Once you had Disintegrate, you were just wrecking everything.
Yeah. It's
But
a
then
lot
you
of fun.
freaking left us at like level 52.
Dude, I had to, man. The pain pills were kicking in. I was crashing out. Yeah, there's no way. Hard to play Diablo. Well, actually, it's not hard to play Diablo when you're stoned, but still. So yeah, I've been playing that. That's pretty much it. I've
Do
almost.
you have just like a fucking wheel that you spin with what drug you're going to mix with what kind of alcohol or other drug?
Nope,
No,
you
I mean
should.
all the pills get mixed with
That's a great
alcohol.
idea.
It's like
Jaeger
okay.
and
we
Vicodin.
are getting drunk. All right.
You don't quite have the background yet, but okay. So I've got a really bad back, and I'm in the military, so they're very fond of just throwing a bunch of pills at me.
Yeah, let's not
So-
fix the problem. Let's just make them not care about it.
Right. That's exactly what it is. So trust me, I've got pill bottles all over the place. But yeah, so exactly. Hey, I'll get up there at some point. Don't worry. Yeah, honestly, that's what. No. Oh, I forgot. So AGDQ just wrapped up, right? And I've been going through the YouTube videos on demand, and I watched one for the was it Mega Man Zero, right? I remember playing this way back when it first came out, and I loved the Zero game, but I couldn't remember exactly which one it was that I loved. So I look it up on Amazon, because of course, and they have a whole collection on the DS. So I've been doing that at work. Yeah, I play my DS at work. It happens. My bosses don't listen.
You
So
work for the government, so I mean.
well, that's true. You got to do something on government time. Taxpayers' money, people. Yeah. So Mega Man Zero collection. It's awesome. Go get it. That's it. Veg, what about you, good sir?
I too have been playing a crap ton of Diablo 3. I finally got the set that I want, and I get to murderate everything because of it.
Veg and murdering goes hand in hand.
Wait,
Yeah.
is that like burninating?
Burning other people.
Countryside.
Does this
Thank
sound
God
familiar?
you guys
Morph?
know that.
Hodor was a man.
Yeah, it's
I'm
kinda funny
so
because
happy
Maybe
you
a
guys know
dragon
that.
man.
I am so happy you guys know
Dragons
that.
Everything. This is great.
There are,
I can't. I can't do
people-
the scream right now.
That was really good.
So 2 weeks ago or so, I don't know what brought it up. I ended up doing a spoof of the lyrics about more fun. I'll have to find that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find.
I'll
this
do
one.
it in the closing statements.
Oh, dear.
So I've been playing a crap ton of Diablo 3. I've actually gotten my Paragon level higher than my main account again. It's up to 402 now, I think, 403. It's 400 something. So Rush, the almighty god of Diablo 3, has been carrying me pretty much nonstop. That also reminds me, Ron, I got another puzzle ring. So yay.
Like we haven't already done like 25 of those.
Who cares? It's more loot.
It is.
He was
Shut your
trying to
mouth.
bait
I'm not
me
complaining.
in.
I'm just saying that
So-
they're very common.
He was
So-
trying to bait me, and he goes, "Show, I got another puzzle ring. You want to do another puzzle ring?"
It's like crack, dude.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right? So I've been playing that. I've been also playing a lot more Fallout 4. I've been playing this one a lot more slower than the other ones I have been playing, or the playthroughs. I also found out that apparently PlayStation likes to mess with my emotions, and they brought back my other playthroughs, even though they never went anywhere, but I couldn't, I could never, for some reason, play them again. Like when I hit the load screen, they weren't there. They were gone for no reason, and I don't know why.
Because you don't know how to.
So I deleted some autosaves on a character I never played I did the main save, of course, and then they came back. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so I guess it only recognizes, the first 25 saves that it does, but I don't know. It's there. It's fine now.
Am I the only computer guy that doesn't believe in the cloud? Like, I think that's the worst idea ever, and yet everyone tends to
I
support
play
it.
this on PlayStation.
Right, and PlayStation backs everything up to their cloud. It's bullshit. And as soon as that shit goes down, like you saw, you lose all your saves.
So I did talk to PlayStation about that, as well as Bethesda. Bethesda first. They told me what to do,
Fucking.
and then hey,
go ahead. Go ahead. You're cutting out.
Am I?
There you go.
Okay. Anyway, I've been playing a lot of that. I've also been playing a lot more League of Legends lately because I can, and
Because
it
I
makes me happy.
You haven't lost an
You should
account
do
like
things that make
How
someone,
you
does League
happy.
of Legends make you happy?
right? Like that's
People
rage-inducing.
rage.
Well, there is
Okay.
a group of people who, deliberately injure themselves for the endorphins that are released or some kind of adrenal response.
Okay,
So,
unlike
yes.
you people,
Sad
I
to
know
say
how to
that's
play
true.
it.
Yeah, but it's not you that you have to
and
worry
I know
about.
how to cut my
Find
wrist
other
correctly
people
too.
to hit.
Right. I mean, what is it? Across the street for attention, down the
Yeah.
street for results. I mean,
Yes.
Oh my god.
We do not condone suicide. No.
I was talking about crossing the street. What are you talking about?
Well,
Fucking
we don't
idiot.
condone suicide, but we'll condone playing League of Legends.
Right, which is pretty much that's it. That's exactly it.
Okay, so should I suggest that we play Smite or Dota?
No, just as bad. Just
Okay
At
then.
least Dota had a campy, Eurodance song made about it by some bass hunter.
Oh, base nectar. All right, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. I don't want to be that
I've been playing
dubstep
League
guy.
because they are going to take away one of my favorite champions soon, basically.
Sona, you better not fucking touch Sona.
They actually made her better, but
Oh, thank Christ. Okay.
no, they are changing Shin.
Oh, fuck Shen.
So-
Yeah, agreed.
So those are the three I've been mostly playing. I've also been playing since I haven't been here for the past 2 weeks. I've also
Yeah.
been playing Brawlhalla, but
Brawlhalla is
D3,
fun.
yes,
So much fun.
I kind of got derailed when D3 came out, and a couple people aren't too happy about that.
Well, we got them into D3 though.
Yeah,
Exactly.
well, one of them we're trying to convince into seasonal, but he's being a butt about it.
He is. He's being a
It
little.
took us forever to get Bill to do it.
Yeah, I don't know why they're.
Yeah,
just
and then as
so-
soon as he did, he enjoyed the living crap out of it. We're like, okay,
We told you, kind of a thing.
Well, you know why he enjoyed the living crap out of it? Is because me and Sully carried him through the first 4 chapters.
Pretty
I
much.
believe that though. I believe it.
Thursday night it was.
And
so yeah, those are the games I've been mostly playing. I've been playing my little my little phone games too, which is
Yeah.
Critica and what the hell's the other
I
one?
haven't played that in forever.
And Magic Rush.
In fact, I only played Critica so I could get gems in whatever that other one was that we played, Ron.
Oh, Spirits.
Spirit
Spirits.
Stones. Yeah.
I haven't touched.
Well,
I actually
haven't
lost
touched
my account.
And it sucks that Dropkick isn't here
Wait,
because
wait,
I'm
whoa,
still
whoa, whoa,
playing.
Hold on, time out.
I'm
This
still
is
playing
important.
my Magic game, by the way.
This is important, show. Veg, you said you lost your account. What happened?
I got a new phone.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I thought you
So
pulled
you're
a. Yeah.
Oh, it's not Cole's. He wouldn't get hacked. Never mind.
Right.
Oh.
No, not Cole's.
Show that's not magic.
Dude, this game is totally Magic. You
Not
don't understand.
Magic.
If I go in here, I get freaking Magic cards.
I like how you open your phone up like a
Yes.
douche.
You match.
What does that mean? Wait. Hold
you have
on.
like a little flip book, like, oh my precious.
Wait. See? See?
That's great.
Yeah, that's a douche.
That's not a phone. That's a phone that wants to be an iPod.
It is. It's my Tab 4, and I love my Tab 4. Thank you.
Okay, so hold on. We have gone through all of this advance of technology. We had flip phones. We had the phones that you press and they go. Then we had the
Right,
mechanical
right. keyboards
keyboards on there. Now we get to this beautiful flat screen of fucking technology, and you cover it like a goddamn book.
You know,
Nice.
Kneel
I
before
can't-
Zod.
I honestly cannot argue with the logic. I'm fucking done. Quit.
You're right. It's not magic.
You
God damn
disappoint me.
We need you on here every week. This is what I need. Fuck yes.
Big old slap in the face. It's reality.
That's good.
Yeah, we'll keep this Josan in line.
Like I don't get enough abuse with my wife, you know? I gotta come on here every Sunday.
I'm telling her you said she
On
abuses.
Saturday.
Saturday.
What did I say?
You
Sunday.
said Sunday.
Okay, I guess the pills are kicking in,
You
so...
call it Central Daylight Time at the end of the show?
Yes, I do. Look,
Fuck, no, you don't. You call it Central Standard Time.
dude, this...
Even when it's daylight time.
Don't fucking question me when I'm on pills and like a
Okay,
fucking 8% beer.
So
Okay.
we're not allowed to question you at all. Got it.
Right, yeah. Don't,
8%
So we'll just make statements.
I hate you people. I hate you people.
You love us. Someone else talk about games.
Inviting us back.
Oh, God. All right, anything else, Veg?
No. Done.
Okay, good. Ron Clee, one of the more sane of our group.
What?
That's
More,
a lie.
more sane.
It's a relative scale here.
Uh,
It
It's
is.
very
It's
relative.
very. It's more like a
We're
slide
from a little
rule.
wonky to batshit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a slide rule. We'll
All
put
right.
you in there.
All right, so I found out that if you don't play Descent for a week and a half, you start getting bad at it. And yeah, my last couple of games were not the best. I did get an upset that like shook up a lot of things, but my last game was awful. But
I thought you were doing really well. Like you were
I
placing
was
pretty
like,
high.
but, like
and-
last week when I came out here and talked about it, I had just like completely dominated anyone that came up to me from bronze. Like, I mean, it wasn't even close. No one got 10 on me that day. But then I don't play for a week and a half, and it's like you gotta shake the rust off, and I just took too long doing that. So we'll be playing more of that. But I've also been playing Crypt of the Necrodancer largely.
No. You can't go ahead. You can't go ahead.
Why can't I go ahead?
Because you lost to
Yes,
somebody
I
who
did.
hasn't played
In
In
longer than a week and a half. more than that.
4 weeks.
Someone
And
that I've
she did
only
so
beaten-
rather handily, and she's in your division and took
Some-
your number one spot in your division.
Yeah, that's right. She did that.
Frankly,
this is
I
someone
do
I've
have
only
a
beaten
sincere question to ask you. Have you considered
twice.
getting good at the video game?
I've only beaten her twice in 4 months, 5 months.
You want a trophy for that too? You got all the other ones.
Yeah, that's one thing she didn't
Well
get was
said.
those goddamn trophies.
No, you went up against a pretty tough opponent there, and it's actually kind
in
of
a level
scary that
she's
she
stronger.
came back. Yeah, it's pretty scary that she was able to come back and put up that kind of performance.
She
out
played
the
me in
gate.
Logic to 10. We played a fun game in Logic to 10, and I beat her up pretty good. But towards the end, her rust was gone. It was clear that she was back to her normal self already. I'm like, oh god, I'm screwed this next game. And then she says, "Flee or mind tricks," and I'm like, oh. Jesus. So I ended up playing her in Flee, and that was not a good decision.
Yeah, I just had to rib you with that one there. So
Yes, it worked.
As you should.
Crypt of the Necrodancer. I've been playing that largely because they added a bot on Discord that automates races. So I've been racing that and losing like everyone I enter, which is great because I have a race event coming up this coming Friday, as a matter of fact. Conduit
Have
8.
you gone up against Booty Biscuit at all lately?
Yes, and he wrecked me.
Yeah.
He's one of the people I was racing.
I did go back and I watched his run at AGDQ, and that was pretty impressive, despite the early deaths.
Well, you also got to keep in mind that was also one of the highest rated AGDQ runs of the entire event.
I believe it. It was impressive, definitely.
Yeah, it
to
was really
see.
cool. We actually had him on our show. Me and Morfod do another podcast earlier on Saturdays, and we had him as a guest last week talking about Descent.
Sweet. Yeah.
excellent fella.
That's really cool.
So
Yeah, he seemed like a really
he
good guy.
is. He's pretty darn talented. He does like DDR and shit.
Really?
Yeah, he's got the range of games he plays is crazy.
He doesn't do speed runs in DDR, does he? Because that'd be
he
like
does.
dance.
Yeah,
Well,
he doesn't do that.
They did
no.
have a similar like DDR game on the keyboard that they did this year, which
That
was a little weird.
Fucker was doing 320 BPM on
Yeah,
that damn thing.
And they were like perfect. Was it like 98% perfect?
99%, a couple of them.
Yeah, it's insane.
What messed with me is when they had like the inputs like coming down like this.
Yeah,
one from the
and
bottom,
the
one from the
arrows were
top.
like switched and like rotating. I'm like, how the fuck is this guy doing this shit?
I can't even play Guitar Hero, so
You have to be doing that from memorization at that point, right?
you would
And
think.
they had said prior to that he does not do it via memorization. He does it entirely by reaction, which
Interesting.
means that he's not human.
But,
Somebody needs
That's
a
all that
girlfriend.
means.
I mean, if you watch the Tetris like world records and everything, those guys are pretty insane.
Yeah.
In the stuff that they can do and those reaction times. So
Oh, it's just crazy. So yeah, Crypt and the Necrodancer, like I said, I'm going to be in Conduit 8. That is this Friday. Twitch.tv/ELADDifficult is the channel. I'll be hosting it. Well, no, I won't be hosting it because I got to run on my channel. So yeah, I've been running a little ad at the bottom of my stream for it. So there's that. And then, of course, this may sound familiar, Diablo 3. When the season came out last Friday, we leveled to 70. It took like 6.5 hours. But a funny thing happened. My wife is into it as much as I am.
dude, it's insane. And actually, I'd
She
almost
kicks
say
more
that
ass
she's
than
doing
you
better
do.
than you.
She does. I know. It's insane.
And she gets on the
so
Discord
much-
server, and
She's
she's
so great.
hilarious.
She is absolutely hilarious. And the beautiful thing is she tries to act all like, sweet and innocent about it the whole time. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I
She's a
can't really
hustler.
do this. And then she walks into like Torment 10 and just fucking wrecks. It's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty much what she
I
does.
like how you guys took
don't-
6 hours to level to 70, and it took me not even 10 minutes.
Because
That's
you probably got
because
carried.
We weren't. Yeah, he got carried.
Yeah.
You can't get carried at the beginning. That's the thing. That's the reason why we do it at the beginning of the season is because you don't get carried at the beginning of the season,
I don't care. I want to get carried.
and you
I
can
don't
learn
like...
your character and get everything up to speed. You can have the gear when you hit 70 instead of having to be carried around for another 100 and 200 Paragon levels. So there's that.
Yeah. Sure. You almost got angry there. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
You'd be angry if your wife was better at a game than you.
That's very true, actually. That is very true. After all, my wife does play.
She's looking at me, and she's got this big shit-eating grin on her face.
Oh, I know. I know.
By the way, I have to say this: Blizzard, fuck you for set dungeons. Done.
For what? Oh, yeah,
Set
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 dungeons.
dungeons. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, those are so fucking hard. Jesus.
I think that should have been the round table for tonight. How much do you hate? How much do you hate set dungeons?
No, because it would just be 2 words. Fuck you, and done.
No,
Yeah,
3 words.
Be a
Fucking
short
bored.
one. Anyway, that's it. I'm done.
All right. Before we move on to the roundtable, though, I did want to bring up some stuff. So, with Morphod and, of course, Runkly, word on the street is I'm giving you guys kind of a free plug here. You guys do another show, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we do.
Tell us
By
about
some
it.
terrible accident. Well, you see, Ronkley and I met in a nightclub one time out in,
All right. I like where this
in
is.
Colorado. No.
Was it called Club Ramrod
No.
or the manhole?
Ronkley, could you answer this in a sensible fashion, please?
Sense plan, you tards.
But no, we run the Self-Destruct Sequence podcast that is Descent-centric. It is kind of a foot in both worlds for the new Descent coming out, Descent Underground, and, of course, keeping in touch with the competitive community of which we are both part of. The show splits about even both ways, but we also have had a lot of excellent interviews with people who have kept the Descent game alive and kicking over the last 5 to 10 years. It's been 10 years of development on some of the more recent ports because, of course, this is an old game from 1995. How do we get it to run on modern computers? So we've been having a bit of fun with that. It was a little bit directionless at first, but we found our way, and we are showing our show at 5:30 Eastern p.m. Get my letters correctly here. 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch
Well, hold on.
TV.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead, finish.
Oh, SDS podcast, I believe we're set up as.
Yes, yes,
I don't.
But I want to point out that Shosan does not acknowledge Eastern Time.
None whatsoever.
Shosan, it's 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Thank you, sir. Now I understand. Gotcha.
Well, I was unaware, but
You know.
now I can be thoroughly educated.
Ah, you East Coast people. I swear. All right.
There's
so,
nothing coast about where I'm at, but all right.
Well, hey, look, I grew up in Oklahoma, okay? You want to talk about coast. I don't even know what the ocean looks like. And I'm in North Dakota now, so...
He doesn't even know what
You
the
know what
word
corn
ocean
looks like.
means.
Well, I do. I'm
Oh,
very
man.
familiar with corn. I was in Idaho for a while. I know potatoes.
No, Idaho.
God damn
That's
it.
it. We're done
Really?
here.
Okay.
We're done.
Someone's been that one is a little stale. It's like something that's been left in your pocket for a little while. It's like, fuck it. Just,
Already
It's not
graduated
edible.
middle school. We can use it now. Jesus. All right, so let's move on to my favorite part of the show, you guys. I've been waiting for this, and I love this part of the show.
Hold on. We have to point out that this is the fourth half of the show.
Yes.
Third half.
This is
Fourth.
the third half.
No, this is.
Shitty
we
minutes
didn't
is
have
the second.
we didn't have shitty minutes today.
We really didn't have anything. Yeah. So
Yeah,
fuck you
whatever,
guys.
whatever.
We're pressing on.
Third and a half of the show.
I can't tell you guys though how excited I am. You have no
Very
idea. My fist is still fucking clenched. Okay, that's how excited I am.
What have you
Yes.
been doing?
You don't want to
go
know.
on.
Fisting.
Moving on. Moving on. All right, so Penn, you brought up this question this week, so it's only right that you ask this to the group. Now, before you do, I do want to go over real quick what this is the Six Gaming Roundtable. Every week, we try to bring you guys a new question for both those of you who are in our chat, as well as my fellow co-hosts here.
So, Mr. Fu,
Yeah, so today, Mr. Fu, which we always appreciate you coming, trust me.
we love having you.
I really do. Dude, great guy. Really good guy.
Potato.
But yeah, so we pose this out to you guys, and we want to hear back, of course, and see what you guys think. So, Penn, what's our topic?
So this was brought up because I was playing Nylumbra, and also because 2 weeks ago, I guess, Elthias said that he was playing Ori in the Blind Forest, which is also kind of critically acclaimed for their visuals. And so the question is, and I guess we can talk about the reverse of it also for Ron and Zod, but would you play a game that's really good looking, even if the gameplay is not like amazing? And so the reverse is, will you play a really entertaining game even if it has poor graphics?
I don't know
Okay.
if I've ever actually played something with good graphics that wasn't a good game, because if I play a game, it's to be entertained, pretty much, not to sit at my screen and go.
Well, and it's interesting though, because I find the idea of good graphics really subjective.
Sure.
For me, really good graphics could be anything from Fez, to what was that black and white one that I fucking enjoyed so much?
Limbo.
Who?
Limbo.
Yes, Limbo. Thank you. It's the alcohol I probably forgot, but
Oh, well,
Limbo was great.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Is like when I say great graphics, it doesn't necessarily need to be like, well, when Unreal first came out, we thought that was great graphics.
Well,
But I mean, the art style also.
but Limbo was so basic to me. I thought, it wasn't great graphics, but it didn't have to be. I thought the gameplay was pretty cool. Granted, it was simplistic. But then again, I am a huge, huge fan of the old school adventure games. The old DOS-based pixelated Monkey Island and Loom and
Sure.
LucasArts type stuff. I love that stuff because it was the story and the gameplay and everything else. That to me, is what's good. So I guess I'll play any game as long as the gameplay's worth it. I don't play Call of Duty, or a lot of these crazy games. They don't get me wrong, they look beautiful. Assassin's Creed, it's fucking amazing, but if the gameplay's not there, I probably won't invest in it. Like Halo, I haven't bought the new Halo. I can't do it.
I heard the story was shitty.
Yeah, and I won't play it right now. So
It's like games such as Ori and the Blind Forest was one you brought up. I'm not terribly interested in that game because I see the good graphics, the nice, looks like nice hand drawn graphics and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And games like that usually just don't entertain me for longer than a full playthrough. There is one game that I played. God, I'd have to bring up on Steam. Well, I got two examples, so I'll use the other one first. The one exception to that is a game called Nytt Underground, Knytt.
Yeah.
The only reason I picked that up was because I knew the developer and I knew he makes really good games.
Well, and hell, you got me into it as soon as you said you were playing.
Yeah, and the gameplay it's awesome. It's a good game. Now a game like Oblatus, Oblatus is best described
making up words
as
at this point.
it's described as 2D Dark Souls, pretty much. So you guys can imagine how the gameplay is pretty.
Yeah,
brutal.
yeah. In other words, I don't play it.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't enjoy that game as much. And even though it looked good, I stopped playing it. It sounded good too. The music's amazing in that game.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's the game's got to entertain me first and foremost. Is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And a good example for me would be Brawlhalla. It's free and it's literally like 200 megs to download. It's tiny, but it's not the greatest looking game I've ever played. I think I've spent maybe already 30 hours of game time playing it. It's that fun.
But,
you know, and then the other.
Though, I wouldn't even call the gameplay all that great in Brawlhalla because it's a Smash Brothers clone on the PC, which it's not hard. There's only like 3 or 4 relevant buttons. You know what I mean? But
at
it
the
is
same
fun.
time.
Don't get me wrong. It's a ton of fun.
Right, it's free. Who gives a shit? So
that too.
well, except for when people buy a $100 pack off the game. But
One of those.
yeah, someone did that we know of. Anyway, so it's another relative term, but there are games that are just bad. I think one of them was called it's something rat. It's basically it was a what the hell is that called? The Crazy Machine or
Incredible Machine.
the Incredible Machine. It was an Incredible Machine knockoff. That was just awful. Awful graphics, awful gameplay. I just forget what it's called. It's something rat. But
It was so terrible it's not worth remembering.
pretty much, yeah. Total Biscuit did a thing on it as well. It was kind of hilarious. Like it's hilariously bad. But
Like Street Sweeping Simulator bad.
Wow. Okay.
Shower
yeah.
with your dad simulator.
Shower with your dad
No,
simulator
let's not-
bad.
Ladies and
yes,
gentlemen,
I actually
quick plug
saw.
for
I
the official,
witnessed.
unofficial game of the Six Gaming Podcast.
And-
It's been
by
brought
the
to you
way-
by.
If you guys are at all curious, IGN did a fantastic gameplay.
So did
video.
Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, definitely. Go check
Oh
it
my
out.
God.
Because I'm not buying it. Despite popular belief that I already own it, I do not.
Let's see. Wait, is it on Steam?
It is on Steam. Yep. You gonna go get it? It's like 99 cents.
No, I'm gonna see if you own it.
That's just like the best dollar you've ever spent. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go look up if I own it. I'm gonna come back to you.
What would you call the sequel?
He does own it.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
Okay, no, I only have one.
This is funny because we're talking about this game and chat's now blowing up. It's great.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's crazy all of a sudden.
Highly recommended, guys. Go play it.
All right, so
go look up Penn Island.
Morphod, man, let's get back to this though real quick. What's your take, man? Because it sounds like you play a pretty broad set of games. Do you have a preference? I mean,
I play on a toaster. I regrettably parted from my high-powered gaming rig about a year ago because I told myself that if I was able to play all of the eye candy, that I would be distracted from my studies, and then unfortunately I got neck deep in Descent, which of course runs on a potato.
whoops.
So yeah, really. So I will. I kind of take my games like I do women.
Okay.
If a pretty one just happens to land in my lap, and it only entertains me.
$10 there.
So what you're saying is you're fairly equal opportunity. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes. I probably the one game that I can really think of that fit that bill would be The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. which was visually very impressive. The gameplay was dissatisfying. It was interesting, but it was so linear and so short that I found myself wanting, especially for the amount of money that I paid for it. But in the end, though, because it was so visually delightful, and I played it on this crappy laptop, because it was so visually delightful, I enjoyed the experience, and so I certainly would play. Just like sometimes you see. Even though you're a little too old for pop-up books, they still make these like really crazy, intricate ones that you have. They cost like $50, but Grandma has them. You open up, it's like, oh my goodness, it's a castle. That's kind of the experience I have there. And you think, you don't want to get caught looking at it, but this is really cool.
So what you're saying is Playboy back when I was like 12.
That's what I was about to
So what,
You
like
don't want to
secure
get caught
clicker?
with it, but you still had it. That's
Okay. So
No,
what about? Okay, so I give you another suggestive. What about games that are telling a story and strictly that?
I love story games, dude. I really love story games.
Text adventures.
Yeah, I mean,
And I don't mean like open world ones. They're just very linear. They're on rails. They just tell you a story, and you're just there to move the guy along.
no. Well, for
Isn't that
me,
a
that
book?
was totally my mother's fault. Yeah, and like you said, Penth, my mother gave me one of those choose your own adventure books,
Mhm.
and dude, it was all downhill from there. I love that stuff. I absolutely adore that stuff. That's where it's all at for me. Yeah, I think that's my draw to adventure games. Kind of like what Morphod said too a minute ago. I started out with really, really shitty this Windows 95, even though we were in XP days, and so all I could play were these older games, and so that's always been near and dear. So.
Get easy
But
fast.
on that point, there, I recall enjoying a lot of text adventure games. But now, after seeing what gaming has done, now that we have more hardware, even more people in the industry, more new tried ideas, more experimentation, I am finding myself a bit disappointed in the very linear play of some of those older games. I recall Hugo's House of Horrors is now. I killed hours on that thing. It was just a point and click. It wasn't point and click, but it was a text adventure with a GUI.
Mhm.
And it's just it
Well,
doesn't capture me.
in fairness, there was one game that really let me down, and I'll give you a hint. It is pitch black, and you're likely to be eaten by a Gru.
Ah.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't get into it. I'm sorry. That game alone, that whole series, I couldn't do. But anyway, Penn, you've been fairly quiet despite bringing it up. I mean,
I think it kind of depends on how mediocre is. As I said, Nile Umbra is really pretty. It's not like amazing, but I'm enjoying it. There seems to be some kind of underlying, like maybe it's about depression or something. Like there's some kind of underlying artistic allegory that the game is about. I'm not too far into it, so I don't really know yet. But like Limbo and I don't know, just I would say that if it's a game is really good looking and kind of relaxing for me to play, good music, then I'll probably play it. And the opposite is true too. If it's a really great game, if it's a really great game, but the graphics aren't good, then that doesn't bother me either. But it's when both the graphics are kind of meh and the gameplay is not very good either, then I'm not going to play it. Which is, I mean, that just seems kind of tautological. If it's a bad game, then it's a bad game. But
I mean, it's bad.
yeah. I don't know. So, out of curiosity, and this is way off the track, but you did talk about how there's these underlying stories. Have you ever played BioShock Infinite by chance?
Yeah, I have.
Now, I might be the only Shakespeare nerd on the show, but have you ever heard of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead?
Yes, I have.
Oh yes.
Do you know how many references there are in BioShock Infinite to that play?
I only
I may
caught
have
like
to.
one or two of them.
Dude,
I
it's
may have to
amazing.
Watch this. I may have
Um,
to play that now.
Yeah, they did all the coin tosses. How if you look at the board in BioShock, they're all heads, which I thought was pretty cool. There's a lot of references to like foretelling the future, being hung and stuff like that, which they did in the play.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. I love that underlying, kind of subtle hints and stuff. But
Ron, did you not play Infinite?
No, I'm not a Bioshock guy. I don't even know what kind of game it is.
honestly, it's more
It's really good.
FPS.
It's an FPS with a really good story.
But it's the best one to play. You don't need to play the others. It's completely
Yeah, it does
independent.
stand alone very well.
Yeah,
I found it to be more of an adventure than it was an FPS.
It was.
FPS was just kind of like, oh well, I'm doing something until the next cutscene.
Yeah.
But it was still very satisfying. Another example of, will you play if it's pretty? Well, yeah, it's pretty.
Right. And again, if you like that kind of psychological mind game type things, that game throws a lot of it at you.
Yeah.
All
And
the
if
way
you played
throughout.
the first game, you get more out of it. You don't have to play the second one for sure.
But the first one kind of helps with subtext and.
So briefly, one of my friends visited, and he doesn't have a good computer. Saw that I had that installed. Goes ahead and beats the game. So when I go back in, first time I've ever played the game, I cranked the difficulty all the way up to the unlocked difficulty that you get once playing through.
Don't
What
do
a
that.
mistake!
Yeah, don't do
My
that.
word.
Yeah, it's a bitch. That's hard. That's very hard. All right, well,
Very rewarding when I beat it, but oh my
Yeah.
god.
that was more story. I thought the story was just fantastic.
Yeah. And the music was
yeah.
really good.
Yes.
Like
I did like the
Um,
acapella guys that they'd throw in.
Mhm.
Oh,
every
yeah.
now and
Oh yeah.
them and the Fortunate Son sung as like a soul.
Oh yeah,
Soul
sorry,
song
I remember
and,
that. That was cool.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun on a
Mm-hmm.
basically I forget it's called a kyloscope or something. It's like a
Something like that, yeah.
merry-go-round organ.
Yeah.
Calliope.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
there you
Thank
go. There you go. Yeah, no, it was Ron. I would highly recommend it, man, and I'm sure it's cheap. Great game, great game. Anyway, that'll about do it. Unless you guys have anything else, no.
Nope.
Seconds, thirds, fucking crickets, apparently. All right,
Crickets,
let's
bitches.
do it. Let's go ahead and wrap this shit up. You guys, thank you so very much for coming out this week. I am very, very happy to have you guys. Of course, everyone in chat, Mr. Fu, thank you. All of my very illustrious co-hosts. I am your host,
Hold
Shosan.
on, let me check
Well,
that
I do
out.
have a tidbit before going out.
Of course you do, as I fucking round up, but that's fine. We'll get to you. Don't worry. So, thank you guys again. We are the Six Gaming Podcast. You can catch us every single Saturday at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Patent pending. Thank you guys. We will catch you guys every week, as we do every single time. With me, again, a very illustrious and awesome set of co-hosts. Mr. Morfod up first. Say goodnight, good sir.
Good night, good sir.
That works for
That's
me.
my joke.
Oh,
Mr.
well,
Pantherian, your turn.
thanks for having me,
Okay.
you jackhole. I don't know.
No.
I was
Thank you for being a jackhole.
And actually, I moved on a little too quick. I do have to say, though, by the way, you are, of course, welcome every Saturday. I love
thank
having
you so
guys
much.
on. I know my fellow co-hosts agree. So thank you very much. Definitely.
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Pantherian. Say
Kneel
goodnight, sir.
before Zod.
I like where you went with it. I like it. All right, Veg.
Okay, so if you haven't heard, Riot has come out with an album called War Songs. I definitely just suggest listening to it, especially if you like EDM. It's very good music.
Electronic discharge machining.
Yes, exactly.
Sure.
How did you know?
Nice.
Yeah,
Holy
she figured out.
crap, dude, you nailed
Damn it! Old people have taken over.
That's what I thought.
Right?
Yep.
Discharge machine.
Fucking
So-
nailed it. I'm gonna have to remember that because that's what it's gonna be now.
When I hear EDM in my job, that's what it means.
So
It's better than me. I hear ESD all day, and I gotta find something clever just to
so
keep up.
anyway, definitely suggest if you like a lot of DJs as well as artists, it's definitely good music to listen to,
Yes.
and it's a lot calming than what I have been listening to lately, which is Infernal.
Well, see, I don't know because like the more angry and the more aggressive music I listen to, the better mood I'm in. If you hear me listening to like Bach and Beethoven, you really don't want to talk to me. That's just kind of how that works. I don't know why.
I have a great idea for theme music for your deal.
What?
Classical.
Well, like, no, seriously, if you hear, and I'm just going to tell you now, if you hear, and I'm going to mispronounce it, the Beethoven's Feuerlied, if you hear that song, you seriously don't even want to be in the same room. Like, I am so absolutely livid, I will probably stab you with whatever I have available. So, that's how I work.
Theme music.
Little
for
insights, you know?
NXT.
Yeah. But if I have Trivium or Metallica, it's a good day. You know, let's talk. Anyway, all right, Veg. Anything else?
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
I like a Monty Python reference. We'll end on that. Good man. All right, Ron Clee,
Yeah, what?
Monty Python.
Right. Morphod was a man. I mean, he was a pyroman. Or maybe he was just a pyro. But he was still Morphod.
Good enough. Good enough. I'll take it. I know where you were going there. So
Feeding the countryside. Feeding the peasants.
I'm pretty sure Ron had to like pull up the lyrics and put it in front of him.
No. I actually did this. What was it? 3 weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Burninating all the people?
I got the whole thing right here.
And he ate some fluffy puff marshmallows.
That's weird.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh God. Sorry.
I'm gonna go lay down
want
right now.
marshmallows. That's my strong
Good
mad.
George.
with paper.
Good
That's my
George.
strong mad. All right. So, well, this train wreck from Rick and Morty, not quite. Ron sounds like Birdman from Rick and Morty. Ron, say something for me, would you?
Something for me, would you?
Holy fuck, he does. Oh my God. Foo, you are a genius. He does sound like Birdman. Ron, have you not seen Rick and Morty?
Nope.
What are you doing with your life?
Rick and
Playing
Morty.
That with me because I haven't seen it either.
Rick
What?
and Morty is like, imagine Back to the Future as reimagined
With a
by-
drunken doctor. Dr.
by
Brown.
like
So that's Back to the Future.
the South Park in the style of Futurama.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's hard to describe. Fuck, what was the song? Get Schwifty. Just go ahead and YouTube Get Schwifty. SCHWIFTY.
55?
No, close, but no.
That's
Take off your
a
pants.
different era of the internet. We don't like to talk about that era of the
And shit
internet.
on the floor. Yeah.
Something about kamikaze watermelons.
Yeah, no, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Go ahead and look that up. Anyway, all right, so we're going to wrap it up with that. Thank you guys again. I love you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. We'll catch you guys next week. Finally, Mr. Ron Clee, please take it away.
See you, bye.